So welcome back to another tactical video. In this one we're going to take a look at a team in the French league. I got a request from a follower on the channel, Fulvio, who requested tactics for Clermont. Clermont is a team in the French 2nd division. Let's jump into it. So Clermont is a 2-star team and their strength is their midfield, rated 66. Then you have 64 rated defense and a 62 rated forward. So I set up these tactics for Clermont, and we're going to start by looking at the instructions, then we're going to talk about the players. And the tactic, the formation in itself is very similar to the default tactic in the game. So you will have the players that is required to play this kind of system. Let's take a look at the attacking instructions. We're going with counter-attack, short pass, center, with flexible positioning and a 1 support range. The defense is going to be frontline press, center containment, aggressive press, a 1 defensive line and a 10 compactness. And then we're going to have attacking fullbacks. We're going to have defensive on one of the holding midfielders, and we're going to have swarm the box. The defensive instruction is going to be applied to Gastien in this setup, because Gastien, even though he's playing DMF, I think his playing style is orchestrator, so he can roam a little bit too much if you don't put a defensive on him. And I think it's important whenever you play with a lower rated team and you are playing 2 center backs and you have attacking fullbacks, it's extra important to have that extra midfielder stay back and help out to balance things out a little bit, and then the other holding midfielder, he's going to join the attack, and you're going to have 5 players up front in addition to your attacking fullbacks. So these tactics are based on my 4-3-3, which I've been playing with lately, and I've been able to promote to Division 2 in online division using these tactics and using Dinamo Zagreb. And I tried these tactics out in a couple of friendlies, and I beat Juventus twice with these tactics. Although with friendlies you never know the level of your opponent, but still I played with a 2-star team and I beat Juventus, so there is something to it. I think these tactics are working well for this kind of team. And let's talk a little bit about the player selection here. I think the starting 11 is actually pretty solid. Up top we're gonna start Bayo, and this guy is a goal poacher. He has first time shot, he also has acrobatic finishing, and I think a 70 rated forward is pretty solid considering that overall team rating at forward was 62. So this guy is a little bit better, and he's your primary forward. He's gonna start for you, he's gonna play up top. Then right behind him you're gonna have an AMF in Dosu. This guy is a whole player. He will run up and join the offense and join the forward line. This guy is going to be very important. He has a little bit of speed. He also has the fighting spirit, which is also another really important thing when you play with a lower rated team. I mean, with any kind of team, it's important, but it's extra important when you have a lower rated team that you have players with fighting spirit. They will give a little bit extra and they will be a little bit more resilient to scripting and to in-game momentum. They will be able to handle when you go down a goal, it won't matter all that much compared to a team that doesn't have players with fighting spirit. So Dosu is going to be the AMF, he's going to play there and he's going to basically join the attack when you go on the offense, and he's going to be the second striker more or less, right? Because he makes the runs being a whole player. Then on the wings, you're going to have Alevina. Not sure how to pronounce this, but this is a super quick winger who can play both left and right. I prefer to use him on the right side because he can pass with his right foot into the box. And he has very good speed, and he also has the double touch, which I think is very useful for your wingers. It can help you out a little bit when you have the double touch. And then on the other side you have Gomis. And this guy is also a winger, he can play wide, he's a whole player, and he has decent speed. He also has the double touch, so it's fairly one-dimensional players here. It's a 2-star team after all. You won't do anything very advanced with these guys, but it really helps that the playing types match the formation right there, that you have the whole player here and that you have skills on the wings, double touch and a little bit of speed. It's gonna help you out a lot. Then for the midfielders, you have Iglesias, who is also the captain. He's a box-to-box. Fairly good player for this team, very important. 71 rated, very balanced kind of player. He has a little bit of passing. He's not that quick. He's decent defensively, but he has one-touch pass. He has weighted pass. You can do a little bit of passing with him. And he's going to be the captain. And he also has fighting spirit. Then you have the other holding midfielder. This guy is more of a playmaker. Gastien, he's an orchestrator. He actually inspires low and lofted pass with 1 star. And that's pretty rare for a low-rated player like this. So try to play through him. Try to make the passes up to him. And when he has the ball, his inspire traits will trigger a little bit of movement in combination with the counter-attacking flexible positioning you have on the team instruction. You're gonna have lots of movement and you can play through this guy. And he also has decent passing actually. He has 81 low pass and 82 lofted pass. So this guy is a solid passer. His passing skills is actually super good here. So he has one-touch pass, he has through pass, weighted pass, he can cross, he has the low lofted pass. He also can intercept, which is useful for a DMF. Remember that we have stock defensive instruction on this guy, so this guy is going to stay back and be a deep lying playmaker. And he also has fighting spirit. Then for the defense, on the left side we have Nsimba, who is pretty solid defensively for being an offensive fullback. He has trackback, he can man mark, he has interception, really useful, and he also has fighting spirit. Then on the other side, you could start either Sedatka, who also has fighting spirit. He is fairly good with the passing, especially lofted pass. He has 70 and he has 82 speed, 83 acceleration, so you have some quick fullbacks. Another option on the right back is Fulvio. He can play both sides, but he is right-footed, so I would prefer to use him on the right. And he has decent speed, nothing special, but he doesn't have any particular skills, which is why I prefer to start Sedatka, especially because of his fighting spirit. Then at CB, you're going to have Ogier, who is a build-up center back. He has heading and interception. And then you have Oun Toji, who is also a build-up center back. Pretty tall guy. He also has interception. Really useful. I really like that the defenders have interception. And he also can man mark. At the back, as the goalie, I'm starting Desmas, defensive goalie, as the low punt. 69 rated goalie, nothing special. You actually have a decent backup rated around the same at 67. You have Joko, and he has long throw, also a defensive goalie. Other than that, I mean, you have a little bit of depth, but you don't have all that much, to be honest. Especially up top, you don't have much depth. You could start Tell, but he's rated 66, and he doesn't have any particular skills. So Bayo is going to be your guy. In midfield, you have Bertomier, who is a decent backup. He can play a box-to-box, he can play in the middle, he can play on the left side. He's left-footed, he has through pass, pinpoint crossing, and weighted pass. So he's a decent passer, but I think with the setup we have right here, he doesn't fit in as a starter, but he can contribute off the bench, or if you need to do some substitutions before the game because of bad conditioning, you have a solid option. And at DMF, you have Magna, who is a destroyer DMF, rated 67 with the fighting spirit. He is a decent defensively, decent passer, so you have a little bit of depth if you need it. But that's basically it. So let's wrap this up. So there you have it, Clermont tactics for Fulvio. Here you go, bro. If anyone else have any suggestions or have any requests for tactical stuff I can do, I can try it out. I can't promise I will find some good tactics for you. It really depends on the team. But let me know in the comments if you want me to set up some tactics. Thanks to Fulvio for submitting these requests and for following the channel. I really appreciate it, bro. Until the next video, stay safe. Thanks for watching, and I hope you will follow me on my attempt to reach Division 1 online divisions. I'm gonna stream it this week. So if you want to see if I make it or not, tune into the live stream, guys. Subscribe and be notified whenever I go live. And stay safe. See you next time.